we could figure out a way to put more people out there, safely. It's just crazy how many people.
Yeah, there's probably usually about 5,000 to 6,000 people just out there all around the things watching the monster trucks. Yeah. Friday and Saturday night is always big. All those things. And that's why I thought I'd bring up something a little different so we could have maybe Thursday night open out there and bring them into the Knights of the Realm. We had to do it in the covered arena because they ride right up to the rails and talk to you. And, yeah. So it'll be really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Something new to try. Okay, so we are getting ready for the fair. This is what's coming up. We have tons of vendors and all kinds of things. The fairgrounds should be pretty well cram-packed. So it'll be a good event. And the Cow Creek and the Youngply Indians and Seven Feathers made us a $5,000 cash donation that we can use for whatever we want. But they will be sponsoring the music stage, so it'll be right up front. So, and it came actually through some special networking, finding the right people to get a hold of and getting a letter up to them and getting a sponsorship. They don't do grants, they do sponsorships for fairs. Mm-hmm. So it's learning all those things that you get to figure out.
Good.
So it's kind of sad to report that the first time in years we won't have lion burgers at the fair. The club has given up since they can't seem to recruit younger members, and they've aged out, basically. It's really sad. Fred has just been a great guy, but they're going to turn that booth over this year to New Hope Christian School, and they'll use their things in it, and then they'll sell off whatever they need to out of their booth after that. So, kind of a sad thing. We've always had lion burgers at the fair. So. Yep. But we've got a lot of other people who do sell burgers at the fair, so I'm not
what
sure.
I don't understand is how the clubs or the schools like Hidden Valley and Red Valley and ID, that they barely make money, which I just don't understand how.
They make money.
They've got to. I mean,
they have expenses.
The Hidden Valley FBLA in charge of it, it seemed like they'd be able to make money.
Hidden Valley's booth goes very, very well. We still have to settle up things with Sora. We had major breakdowns this year with the equipment that we loaned to them, and we're going to have to weigh those costs against loaning the equipment for next year. So the people they had building the tracks were really, really rough on our water truck especially. So, yeah, it's an older water truck. You have to treat it carefully. Yeah. If you don't stop it before you engage the PTO, well, it took out the pump in the driveline the first time and the driveline the second time. So we were going to have some major negotiations after.
Okay.
Who's paying for what?
That's crazy.
Well, it wasn't only us. It was the grader that we have out there, that's Forestry's grader. They ruined a tire. Had to go hunting for grader tires. There was just a lot of issues that came up during that whole thing.
And grader tires are cheap.
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually found a used grader tire. Went to Medford to pick it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
For how much?
I actually spent $80 on it.
Oh,
Les Schwab had to come and put it on for $175. So all those costs add up, and luckily, and it was one of Les Schwab's guys that found it for me on Craigslist.
It's square. They're square.
Yeah.
Well, and I actually have a line on another set of used grader tires.
Yeah.
Tom, that runs the grader for us out there, he's actually smoothing off stuff for us now. They want $1,000 for the set of 4. If I can get them for a lot less than that, $500, I'm going to just buy them and put them away. Because some of us are going to need them for that grader. And we'll be using that grader quite a bit more now, so that's fixed up. Horse racing and us are splitting some of the costs. We put some new tines on it. No servicing's been done on that grader. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Forestry, but if I'm going to use it, I'm going to fix it.
Good.
Peggy's going to use it. Peggy's going to fix it. I can say that. Okay. Number 9, we requested $7,000 from the Friends of the Fairgrounds to pay for the lighting upgrades in the outdoors. They're just about finished putting the LED lights and all the outside lights from the Pacific Power in. They put shut-off valves on them. We got a bill in from Bond that was $7,900. But I heard nothing from Friends of the Fairgrounds about this. I heard through the grapevine they needed more documentation, so I sent the documentation and the bills to them just last week.
Are you on that group?
Supposed to be. I couldn't be on there when I took manager. I had to come off that bridge.
It's a separate.
It's
No, I know, but they're supposed to be members of the fair board on the.
Linda Bradley is.
I thought there were two: the president, the chairman of the, and one other. I think there's supposed to be two.
Well, there never was an MOU to figure it all out. Never got. And now it's just kind of in chaos. So
That's
No,
you.
that was on you. To get it on.
they're trying. From what I can understand from Linda, they're trying to regroup. They did finally have a meeting with.
Oh, did it?
Yes, and you might want to talk to them just to see where it's going or what's going to happen. They're trying to regroup and start doing some things, but I don't know.
Well, I too have called several times and I cannot get through. I leave a message, but I don't get any.
I think
But I did
there's
get
so
a response one
much
time.
going on at the fair. There's so much potential for them to just kind of ride that way. They don't really have to. I mean, they're set up to just
They could, but
take
it's the
advantage
same
of
thing
it.
as everybody else. They can't get anybody to work for
Yeah.
Christmas stuff. They could be doing a raffle. They could be doing bingo at the fair. They could be doing lots of things, but they aren't even communicating with us right now. So.
Yeah.
But bingo
Bill
at
actually
the fair
came in.
sounds like a no-brainer.
I know. Do I have time to run it?
No, certainly not.
But certainly they could.
Yeah. We would find them space, and
I could do the bingo at the fair right now in the patio covered food area.
Yes.
That would be a great thing for people to see.
yeah, and eat and
Bingo. And they were checking
makes
majorly.
money every time.
They
Whether
were
there's
check-
3 people out there, you're making money. Jeez.
The bills have been paid and we've been making major repairs. The Arts and Crafts building is coming to an end. We just got the second set of brand new countertops put on yesterday. The first set was not installed properly and it was so bad that when Ryan and I looked at them, we said they need to come off. And Quality Countertops has come back in, and I have to pay for countertop material twice, basically, but they gave us a really good deal on both kitchens. They've come in and installed properly. Yeah, both kitchens. So, and they're
Is there any
still
salvaging those countertops, the previous ones? I mean,
well, we have them. I think for right now, I'm just putting them away.
Yes.
After the fair, we'll get them out, see what we can
there's
salvage
other
out of them.
places that may be able to.
And I'll put them on
Smaller
Craigslist or
sizes.
something and put a.
Cut them down or what?
Well, I was thinking
Well,
even
the
if
trouble is
the
they've got triple sinks in them.
oh,
And
that's
they're
a
not
big
just
hole.
double sinks, it's triple sinks. So
That's a huge hole.
it's a huge
No,
hole.
it's
But there's a
not.
lot of other countertop. I mean, we've got 2 kitchen full of countertops. On the very front, where you go up to the front header of the kitchen, we had special ordered 2 countertops. Well, the guy that installed them did a diagonal through the middle of one of them. That's how that was. It was every angle. If you go out there now, you can't even hardly tell where they come together, where they butt together. And it was so bad. Everything was filled with something.
A caulk or something.
Yeah. And it was this far out from the wall. Every one of them.
Wow.
They put a molding in the back, which is not, you can't do that for commercial kitchens. So
Yeah.
it all had to come out. When I went in and saw it, I'm going, oh my gosh. Anyway,
You have adequate volunteers to drive your little carts around, that kind of stuff?
I think so, but I can always put another person in if you want to drive a cart.
Sure. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll look at it.
I think it's really challenging to get through crowds. It's obnoxious to the people who
If
are
you go
walking.
fast enough.
I'm not
Maybe I
suggesting.
won't preach.
Yeah. I don't know.
If they're careful and quiet, and you can
Yeah.
always, talk to people, and people get out of the way. There's little kids that run out in front of you and all kinds of things. But if you're going slow, they're electric golf carts, so the gas ones are out in the parking lot. There were gas ones for there. And the other thing is, I just want to let you know that the golf carts last year cost me over $4,000, and they came from right here in town.
Mm-hmm.
The golf carts I have this year are coming from Redmond, and they're only $3,000. So there's something wrong.
Well, I
Do
spoke
they have
to that.
batteries this year?
I spoke to
It's the
that guy.
same. It's the same group.
He was really not happy with maybe the way they were maintained and making sure that the batteries were always charged up and stuff like that.
That's not the
So-
case. We actually, John, my husband, washes them every morning, makes sure they're battery charged every night. We have 3 electric ones inside.
Mhm.
We have one on the charger all the time, so we never let it get below a half.
Yeah.
So he's been saying some things that aren't true.
And you mentioned.
And
No,
he-
I'm just
and he-
relaying what he
and
said.
He got paid. He did not donate.
Yes.
I can tell you.
That
Just
was-
the difference in looking at what other people charge. He got paid very well.
Yeah.